がとうございます。
こちらこそ。
またぜひ。Tokyo picked me up. The week I spent with Sasaki family in Sapporo was so relaxing and allowed me to rest very well. But now I was ready to go again to head north. To get out of the city, I took the train to suburbs so I can start hitchhiking. Just said goodbye to Maiko-san and Sasaki family in Sapporo and arrived in this city called Ebetsu, right next to Sapporo. And apparently Ebetsu was a huge city for like making bricks like this. So there used to be loads and loads of factories. So that's what it's famous for, and I just came across this thing, which is kind of cool. But as usual, I don't know what's gonna happen. I got nothing to expect. Let's see who we can meet today and what kind of things we could experience. Alright, traveling by myself again, baby. Let's go. I've come to a town called Hamamasu. I've had 3 rides so far today. The first one was really nice. He was very rich and he gave me 500 yen at the end, which was nice. These 2 guys that were going to surf somewhere around here, and the car almost broke down. The how do you call the thing, nozzle of the tire, they were coming off, so it was making this really strange noise. Third ride, he was very quiet, but he was really nice and he treated me with a huge bowl of ramen. I really love like ending up in a town that literally no one knows about. Have you guys noticed that I look more and more like homeless? I'm like day by day leveling up, which I'm kind of proud of. Having a hat like this, like knitted hat, is also a point. It will make you look more like a homeless. They will notice that I'm not washing my hair. Yesterday when I was waiting for someone to host me at the supermarket, someone came up to me and gave this Monster energy drink and also Red Bull. But anyways, peaceful morning, huh? I'm really enjoying this cold breeze. It's been very windy from last night, but now that my body has warmed up, I'm really appreciating this cold breeze. It's nice, isn't it? Right now I'm on the way to this town called Tomamae, and in Lumoi ですよね、拾ってもらったの。
そうだね。
In Lumoi, Takahiro-san picked me up and we've been really enjoying having conversation, and he even told me that I can probably stay at his house in Sapporo. So it's been so wonderful meeting him. And 今日稚内行くんでしたっけ？
そうだね。
So he's going to Wakkanai, but I will say goodbye here in Tomamae because there's somewhere I want to go to. 出会えてよかったです。ありがとうございます。
こちらこそ。
でまたぜひ札幌でね、会えたらお願いします。
頑張ってください。こんなのに襲われたら間違いなくあれだね。
一瞬で死にます。
一瞬だね。
So, look at this massive bear. You might be wondering why there's this. I hope this is not the actual size of bears. That would be terrifying. There was this very famous incident that happened up in the mountain in this region of Tomamae. It's called Mike Guma Jiken or something. Basically what happened was there was this family that was living up in the mountain. Sorry, it's very windy. One night there was this human eating massive bear in the town or in the village that they were living. And this bear came to eat up the whole family, the entire family the bear ate up. And that's how this town, Tomamae, got very, very famous. So maybe I won't be camping tonight here. You can actually visit the place that incident took place up in the mountain, but because it's a bit too far, I won't probably be able to go. But a lady I met soon after, called Makiko-san, kindly drove all the way to the incident place deep in the valley. But very unfortunately, just 2 kilometers before the place, the road was closed due to the snow. But I could still feel that scary, mysterious atmosphere of this valley. And Makiko-san then took me to her home to give me lunch, where I also met her husband. She even packed me some food to have it later. Good morning, so good to see you, so good to have another new day. I came to this hot spring. Hot spring was so relaxing, that was beautiful. The weather was just insane last night. It was like a storm. The wind was just so insane. I think you couldn't walk if you were outside. But I had to come to this bus stop to sleep. I was going to sleep here originally, but this kind gentleman at the reception of the hotel told me that I can stay on the sofa inside the hotel, which I literally did not expect, and he was so kind and gave me some snacks. He even asked me if I was hungry. This town is called Shosanbetsumura, and it's famous for the astronomical observatory that you just saw. So I was hitchhiking in Shosanbetsu village, and after waiting for like an hour and a half, Masako-san from Tokyo picked me up, and she is taking me up to the north part, and we can also see like the island called Rishirika. And she has this super cool GoPro, like the new one. 超ずるいんですけど。Welcome to Wakkanai, the northernmost town in the entire Japan. I don't know if you can see, but the city seems pretty big. There's a lot of houses, so it's not like there's lots of tall buildings or anything, but seems like there's quite a lot of people considering that it's the northernmost point of Japan. The population of this city is 30,000 people. I think there's maybe a little bit more than that. I am just so happy to be here finally. After falling in love with Hokkaido, I always dreamed of coming here, and finally I made it, and just seeing all these mountains and the city and the sea, and even Sakhalin, which is the Russian territory, the island right there. We have an interesting history with that specific place, Sakhalin. So there was a lot of Japanese people living there, but because of all the politics and the war and all that kind of thing, Japan lost it, and now it belongs to Russia. So the Japanese people had to kind of come back here to Hokkaido. So interestingly, a lot of people in Wakkanai have grandparents or someone at least in the relatives that was either born or raised in Sakhalin right there. That's now Russia. Yeah, walking around the city, I could see lots of Russian signs and stuff, which is kind of similar to Nemro, which also is close to Russian islands. So cold though, like you can see I'm wearing so much, but it's really, really cold. I'm just so... Oh my gosh, there's a fox. There's a fox. Oh my gosh, I've never seen a fox that close to me. Kitsune imasu ne. Can you see it? Right there. Oh my gosh. こんな近くでキツネ見たの初めてです。
もやっとサハリンに見えるね。
うん、もやっとあっちにね。いやでも見れて嬉しいです。初めてなんで。ここの方ですか？あ、そうなんですね。すごいいいとこですね。Tomorrow I will go to the actual northernmost point of Japan, which is actually not in the city. It's called Soya Cape, and I can see it from here, and that's the official northernmost point of Japan. So that's where I'm heading tomorrow. I'm surviving, which is good. The weather is perfect too, which I'm really happy about after such a terrible storm last night. At the northernmost point in Japan, which is absolutely insane. I can't believe I made it here. I'm so happy. I can't stop smiling because I don't know. I'm just so grateful for anyone that's been, helping me and stuff. I'm so happy. And also, it was so insane. The driver that brought me here, he was a crab shop owner, and he was from Nemuro, and he actually knew my otosan and okasan that I stayed with last time. They were like kind of friends or business partner or something. After reaching the top of Japan, I hitchhiked south by the Okhotsk seaside. The several-hour ride was so beautiful that I could never stop staring at the scenery out the window that continued to change. And just before sunset, I arrived in this village called Nishiokoppe, which I fell in love with as soon as I arrived. Good morning. Welcome to Nishiokoppe village, a village that not a single person in Hokkaido would know. That's how random this village is. Yesterday was a big travel day. I came from Wakkanai all the way down here because it seemed so beautiful on Google Map, this town, Nishiokoppe. I decided that I would spend the night here. And as I arrived, like not just when I arrived, but like literally the whole way from Wakkanai down here south, not south, but farther south, it was just so beautiful. Like it was the kind of scenery that I absolutely love. And sun is literally coming up. It is a beautiful feeling. Well, last night was freezing. As you can imagine, we are in this valley surrounded by all these mountains. I had like 9 hours sleep, which is great, especially after such a long day. Wow, sun is rising. Good morning. Beautiful. Like, honestly, seeing sunrise is just such a beautiful feeling. It just kind of reminds you that another new day has come in my life, and I just feel like I should celebrate it every day. How peaceful is this, guys? There's absolutely no wind, which is also crazy, right? So still, so quiet. I can't even hear traffic because it's literally no one coming in and out. Oh, so funny. I love being in a place like this, you know. I went to convenience store to get proper coffee from the machine, but because it's too countryside, they don't have it. I went into the convenience store and said like, "Oh, can I get coffee?" And she was like, "Oh, we don't have it." And I was like, "What?" She told me that there's probably less than 1,000 people living here, which to me sounded definitely more than I expected.